Hi, good morning everyone. Today Bruno and I are having a short discussion, a little bit of a debate about old world, new world in terms of wine and what are the differences. So my perspective of new world wines are that generally it's very tourism driven, number one. In relation to the tourism, things have to be looking immaculate. They have to be clean and quite clinical in a lot of the instances. So your wineries are more clinical, more technical in terms of their winemaking. Your vineyards are possibly over-maintained in some instances, but they have to look in tip-top condition continuously. There has been an influence of food and wine with the wine tourism, but generally my opinion is that the wines in the New World, and particularly in South Africa, are produced to be approachable and open to the market a lot sooner than possibly the Old World wines.
Yes, it's interesting, but that's a quite traditional view of Old World and New World that we describe. I think now the thing have changed recently, and today, for example, in Old World, people are also doing wine in more modern view and wine more approachable. We have these very technical wineries almost everywhere now in France, and people I think in Old World have learned from New World, and especially you can talk about barrels. I think it has been a big approach of barrels for the New World, and now Old World have used this knowledge, and I think today's things are a little bit remixed, and it's not easy to say that Old World is like that, New World is like that. What do you think about that?
I think in that way you're right. There's definitely aspects that have been influenced both sides from Old World and New World. For example, in the New World, there was very much a push for using barrels that gave a strong influence to the wines. Chardonnay had the worst experience with that, I think. But now there's been a return to the understanding of what the French have had, for example, where it's more of a vessel to contain the wine during that fermentation process, and just lend nuances to the wine as opposed to influencing it. So yeah, there's been a good crossover, I think, and as you say, having interns coming from the New World to Old World and Old World to New World, I think that there is quite a good mix of taking the best of both worlds and bringing it together to something nice.
And I think also we see more and more people of New World talking about terroir, which was the apanage of Old World, and also what is funny is I think for me south of France is really the bridge to the New World from Old World. Absolutely. Because we can say Spain and south of France have been the bridge to the New World, because we have style of wine which are very approachable, and it's the same thing. I think South Africa is also the bridge from New World to Old World, because you have a long tradition, and as well as in a way maybe New Zealand also has been also a good bridge from New World to Old World.
Yeah, absolutely. So lots of interesting discussions to come, I think, on this.
Okay, cheers.